Greetings, Huntington Beach, to the Times Square of surfing, Maine and PCH. A wonderful story, an iconic story of a family of Huntington Surf and Sport, actually born from the sport of surfing itself. And it's made in Huntington Beach. Very fortunate to stand in the nerve center of the corporate headquarters of HSS with Aaron Pye himself. Aaron, how are you, sir?
Good.
Hi.
Great to see you.
Thank you, because this is it, right? This is like the headquarters.
This is it, yeah.
But what I've noticed in this room, specifically here where we're talking, there's so many family photographs. I mean, it really speaks to the core of who you are.
Yeah. The Pye family is my love, our love, and we have 20 members in the Pye family, 10 grandchildren, and Taylor has 3 kids, Trevor has 3 kids, Lindsay has 4, Ashlyn is on her way, possibly down the line, but we have 20 people, and everyone surfs in our family, all 20 of us. From the youngest one, Sid, 5 years old, to all the wives, to me, the oldest one.
How old were you when you first started surfing? I mean, this goes way back. Before you could probably run.
Matt, I was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, and then, long story short, I caught my first wave at the age of 12 on the north side of the Huntington Pier. So I've been surfing. I fell in love with surfing back when I was 12 years old, and to this day, I love surfing, and I still surf.
What about mom and dad and that early influence in terms of family, and then how you fell in love with surfing? Was that a part of it?
Yeah, my mom and dad were born in Honolulu, Hawaii, and then it was actually my grandma Choi. She owned some apartments in Waikiki. When I was a little kid, I used to go there and spend summertime there. And then I used to ride the waves of Waikiki, pops and canoes and kaisers. And then I'd come home, and Grandma Choi would have tons of food for everybody. Everybody was invited to Grandma Choi's house. Everybody was welcome to Grandma Choi's house. And she taught me what aloha spirit is and was and how it should be. Aloha spirit from Hawaii, yeah.
And what year did you come over? Because you were not on Main Street all this time.
Yeah.
How did that whole concept of the HSS, because it was already an existing business, but you wanted to be that entrepreneur, you wanted to be that owner.
Well, ever since I was a little kid, I had a dream of one day owning my own surf shop, and that was my dream. Long story short is I was surfing on the north side of the pier, and then a person asked me if I wanted to work in a surf shop, and I said, yeah, sure. And it turned out to be the brand new HSS on 15th Street in PCH. So I got hired for minimum wage, like $2.25 an hour. It might have been $1.65 an hour actually back then. And I sold wax and surfboards and T-shirts. And then a year later, the partners weren't getting along, so they offered the business to me. And then, long story short, is my parents lent me $60,000. My mom's a teacher, my dad's a structural engineer, and so I got to purchase Huntington Surf and Sport, and Huntington Surf and Sport was to become mine, and I could take my love for the sport of surfing and build it into the foundation and the walls and the ceilings of Huntington Surf and Sport. So my love for the sport of surfing, I was so stoked to get that store back in 1979.
And look how it's grown. Now, not just one location, right?
Right.
But you found Bellaterra. How
Walnut,
exciting.
Yeah, Walnut and Main Street, the Billabong HSS, and then Warner and PCH.
Yeah.
HSS.
That is so fantastic.
Yeah. And that's amazing to me to see the passion for surfing, the sport of surfing, but also for family.
That's right.
So
it's everything Pie right here.
That's a sweet line.
We're joined by Taylor now, part of the Pye dynasty here at the headquarters of HSS. How are you?
Yeah, great to see you, Matt.
Good to see you. Now, you're number 3?
3 of 4.
4, and a family man yourself?
Yes, I have 3 kids.
3? 3
kids.
And their ages?
9, 7, and 5.
What are their names?
We have Finn, Jones, and Zoe, and we all live in Huntington Beach, and we all surf in Huntington Beach. We go to school in Huntington Beach, and Yeah, it's good.
But what do you think about your family and your father's commitment to the city, especially as someone giving back to this community that he's been a part of for 50 some odd years?
Yeah, my father in this community, something special, super unique growing up, whether it's been the high school surf team with Andy Verdone.
Because you're the VP of HSS. How was that early influence from probably both your mom and your dad?
I think there's something genuine in that it's been about the love of the sport of surfing, and that's what's carried through my veins and my son's veins, and it's been something super special.
Okay, well, let's now meet the rest of the Pye family and what it all means to them and us as a community of Huntington Beach. We are at the entrance of one of the most established, iconic family businesses in Huntington Beach, not to mention downtown Huntington Beach, right here at PCH and Main Street, HSS. But here we are with just some of the family, Aaron.
Yeah.
Who do we have now?
We have Trevor Pye, Ashlyn Pye, and Taylor Pye.
We met Taylor, and of course, this is just a few of the pies. Trevor, so you're one of the VPs of operations, is it?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I mean, if I come in and we're looking for something, you can help me, or what is?
Absolutely. I'm just in here every day with these guys, just trying to work. And
You got to be proud of your dad
absolutely.
and
Yeah.
your mom.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is your job title?
I would say general manager's assistant, just helping out in accounting and human resources and keeping everything running.
How many employees do you have now? Total, all stores.
I would say around 160, and we're hiring for the summertime right now.
And they're hiring.
Yeah.
Job creation, Huntington Beach. The Pye family gives back, and they have jobs for people. Isn't that great? Perfect. Well, what a wonderful heritage and a legacy that is based and made in Huntington Beach. One of the most documented and celebrated and beloved families of the downtown, particularly Main Street, has been cooking up a mean breakfast for years. We're talking about the Turner family. That's right, of the Sugar Shack. And they're made in Huntington Beach every day.
Adrian for two.
And here she is, Michelle Turner, one of the family members that really started the next phase of
Next
Sugar
phase,
Shack.
the next phase. That's
sugar-
a good
because
way. I like that.
It really started from your parents.
Yes, definitely.
And your dad had
Yeah,
a lot to say in the very beginning, right?
And my mom, they taught us that we had to work hard. We had to make our own money to buy our own clothes, and we struggled for a while because as girls and our family, we put all our money, when we got the tips, we put it all back in the Sugar Shack to keep it going. So it was definitely something that I had to teach my children and the next generation that you have to work hard and nothing is easy.
Yeah. And we're going to see those generations in just a little bit, but what a legacy. I mean, but it started with your dad naming Sugar Shack after the famous song,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So it had to be a
Definitely.
Sugar Shack.
it had to be.
But you were the only one in the family, in the kids when you were a kid,
Yes.
to say, yeah, we'll do it, because everyone else didn't want to take the job to do it, to
It's
carry on the legacy.
It's a responsibility.
Yeah.
A lot of responsibility. Yes, it was a challenge, but it was a blessing too.
Right.
Challenge and a blessing.
42 years plus ago. Is that safe?
50, yes.
For you?
For me, yes.
Yeah. But
Yes.
overall,
Yes, because Timmy was just a baby. He was born when my parents moved away, so he's going to be 43. So yes, it's been fair to say 42 years ago
yeah, 42 years
that
ago.
I bought the business and tried to make it keep it going, for not only for myself and for the children, for the community, and for the people downtown, because I've always wanted everyone to make it in life. So I thought this is a start. So.
And she's been known as the Mother Teresa of downtown, or of Huntington Beach. Where did that come from? Come over here.
Oh,
We're going away from
I
you.
don't know.
Where did the Mother Teresa thing come? Because you just love everybody, and you love on everybody, and you want to help everybody.
That's my concern, is to be nice to everyone and to make everyone feel like they are important. Not just anybody that walks in the front door, you make them feel like they're $1 million, because they are. Because that's our image that we, so I try to be nice to everyone.
Now, as you were coming up and it was becoming successful and you knew you were going to be here in Huntington Beach, how did you think that the kids would just automatically fall into place and say, hey, they're going to work here, they're going to be part of this?
Well,
I'm talking about Timmy and Ryan.
Yeah, and Holly, my daughter Holly was there. But it was, if I had to work, everyone had to work. So they had no choice. We had a camp, like it was just set 26 people. We added on the patio in the front and then the patio in back, but this was all in years to come by. And yes, it was a lot of work. But you have to, if you believe in something, you have to keep believing it. Because the day you stop believing, the day the Sugar Shack's not going to be here anymore. So you have to have the heart to be able to make a business work. So.
Wow. You said it all. Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
And we're going to talk to Timmy, one of the heart and soul of the whole place. Timmy Turner, next. You're serving people. You're actually on the clock today. Now, how often do you work the business now, Timmy?
Well, I work only 4 days.
4 days.
And I start on a Saturday. Saturday is my Monday. And I go Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
But in the very beginning, it was like 7 days. I mean, you work.
I would go 6 days, and it's been 7 years since I have not worked 6 days.
Wow.
So it got to a point where, I did my deed, and it's over now. All that hard work of 6 days paid off, and there's a lot more help now.
Yeah.
And it's awesome that we all come together as a team.
Well, a team, a family. I mean, you have your own family working here.
I have 6 kids, and they have a choice not to work or working, but it all eventually happens. I got 2 older daughters, 21 and 18, Kyla and Keely, that work as good waitresses.
Yeah, Keely rocks. I saw her working,
yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I have Tavi that just started 6 weeks ago. He's 14, and he gives good endorphins. Since he's working, I'm like, stoked on life again. And it's a good thing that he's working. Yeah, back in the day when I was a kid, we didn't really have a choice not to work. It was, you're working, and when we came in to eat breakfast, or we just came by the restaurant, the Sugar Shack, my mom would be eating it, like, just table after table after table, and it was like common sense. You had to help.
With all of your success, both professionally in your own career as a filmmaker, surfing, growing up in Huntington Beach and so forth, why is Sugar Shack such the love of this community? What can you point to? What is it?
Everyone loves the Sugar Shack. They love the Sugar Shack vibe. It's all family, and we all relate to the customers, and it's all friends and family that come in here. And it's a small community, and everyone knows each other. So that's why the Sugar Shack is so popular, because it's like one of our kids, all the customers.
Well, Timmy, thank you so much for taking us through a little bit of your history too. I really appreciate telling the story of the Sugar Shack from the Timmy perspective, the Timmy Turner perspective. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Matt.
Do you have my order? Is it?
Is it ready?
Is it ready? Well, HB, I think we're making history because to get the Turners in any other place besides Christmas is probably a big deal. But Michelle, what began with your mom and dad
Yes.
went to you, to Timmy, to Ryan Turner, and then look at the results. Who do we have here, Michelle?
Well, I'll start with my daughter's not here, Holly, but here's her daughter, Mackenzie. And then her daughter, Kenna. And then we have Ryan and Jen. She's not here, but Kobe. And we have Bailey that's not here. And then we have Ryder. And then Timmy and Jessica. And they belong to Kyla, Keely, and Tabby, and Tinsley, and Zaylin, and Zane.
Yeah, I mean, over 11 total, I think.
Yes,
and,
we have
and we're
11.
missing a couple, including Bailey. She's probably surfing somewhere, right?
Yeah, Trestles.
Trussels.
Getting ready for a contest.
That's a whole other story, too, Bailey. But anyway, thank you very much. Who here do you think is going to carry on that tradition?
I think I will.
Ryder? Why are you going to carry on the Sugar Shack tradition?
Well, French toast for life.
French toast for life! Yeah! Because it's made in Huntington Beach.